big breaths. I'm trying a new way of recording these spirit sound sessions, to record them first and then share them on YouTube. And recording them first has been really interesting, because what I found has been coming up within the recording of each of these emotional processing techniques is almost spirit has presented itself certain situations to bring up that emotion within me, to remind me of that sensation. Because if we are in emotional processing, no emotion ever fully leaves, right? There's always a part of it that's within you. And this emotion that I've been guided to share is one that's big, that can come up in many, many circumstances right now. The big one, the big F word that's not fear, but does sometimes stem from fear: frustration. Frustration's an interesting emotion because it can stem from many places, right? So it doesn't necessarily sit in one area in our body, and it doesn't necessarily come from just one type of circumstance. Frustration can stem from an immense frustration linking to because you're very actually sad, or you're in a moment of grief and you're not given that space or the time to process. Frustration can come from actually not knowing, from uncertainty that can come from potential fears or anxiety around things that are out of your control, right? Frustrations can also come from the other one, anger, right? The one of when people are really provoking and pushing you in ways to obtain a response. And frustration is an interesting one because it is not necessarily as strong as anger, or as deep as grief, or as profound an experience as fear. It tends to easily be an emotion that we stuff, right? That you're just like, I don't need to bother with that. I don't need to process that. It's not the big ones, right? But unfortunately, that's the one that over time, if you keep stuffing that frustration and not processing it, will create this kind of intense, almost excess electric charge of that rage or unprocessed emotion, right? It will build to something much greater. And so I'm guided to share a sound session today to locate and sense where those frustrations lie within your being, and to start to clear and release them now before they get big. But of course, if you haven't processed them prior to this session, they might actually come across as big. They might promote and provoke an emotional release. And so no, an emotional release is best done if you are processing old emotions in private. So lock the door of your bathroom, have a good cry or a good yell, take a bath, take a shower after, and connect to the water to help with that release. But be loud in the release, as loud as it's needed to. If you're able, turn up some music and do so. Allow those emotions out. So if that may come up, Jim just wanted to let you know after, or you just might naturally feel much lighter and much more expansive in sensation, much clearer because of that. And that clarity might bring actually more calm or more ease in direction going forward. So I'd love to hear feedback as you work with this one. And as always, spirit sound sessions can be used on a regular basis. And with that, let's begin. Get comfortable placing in your headphones, supporting your lower back and making sure your feet are planted to the floor if you are seated. Or if you are lying down, allow your palms to face up. And again, just support neck, lower back, any areas so that you feel fully comfortable and can just allow your body to relax. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes if comfortable. I'm just taking some full body breaths to begin. I have already invoked and connected and created a protective circle, but I'm always guided to share an introduction to this work to your spirit team in light language, simply just sharing what we'll be working on and what will be going and happening within this session. Always allow where your mind and your sensation bring you. Always honor what memories or even areas of imagination come. What sights, what colors, what sensations. Allow and welcome. this point, there might be some very active areas or overall sensation. Try not to look, but just accept what has been found. Deep breaths. In now, what has come up, allow yourself, if you wish to and feel the need to replay this session. Each time it is replayed, it will dislodge it deeper. But I am not guided to go into like taking something that you might not have sensed has been there and extricate it like surgery. Energy work is not surgical. We're not cutting out areas of you. But over time, as you accept it and as you willingly release what has arisen, it will naturally clear and start to dissipate. So the energy will shift. So whatever comes up by this point, breathe into it and see if it's very like still tugging in areas. You can stop and replay at the replay button I'll place below so that you can replay this at the beginning of the session always. Thank you for listening and for allowing me to share this offering to the collective. May we continue to process the sensations and the emotions that may come on a daily, on a regular basis, so we can be more of ourself. Feel clearer and more comfortable stepping through all that may before we would have ignored. It is not the time to ignore. Let yourself stretch your body, move your body. It will feel really nice to do some big, deep stretches and movements of your joints. Go for a walk, stretch your limbs, whatever you are able to. Thank you. Take care.